Baltimore is once again at the center of global attention as BTS prepares for another massive night at M&T Bank Stadium, but this time, the biggest story surrounding the concert is not only the music, the lights, or the thousands of fans waiting to see RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook. The weather has suddenly become one of the most important factors surrounding the event, and ARMY across Baltimore are watching the sky just as closely as they are watching the stadium gates. After severe weather disrupted activities around the first Baltimore concert, concern has grown among fans about what could happen if thunderstorms develop again during the second night. Local reports confirmed that Baltimore experienced dangerous storms, while fans at M&T Bank Stadium were moved indoors as severe weather affected the area. That experience changed the atmosphere completely. Fans who had arrived excited for soundcheck and the full concert experience suddenly found themselves dealing with weather alerts and safety precautions. The stadium became more than a concert venue for a moment. It became a place where thousands of people had to follow instructions, move quickly, and wait for conditions to improve. And that is exactly why the weather forecast surrounding the next BTS performance has become such a major topic among ARMY. The important detail is that rain itself does not automatically mean a BTS concert will be cancelled. Outdoor stadium concerts can continue through ordinary rain when conditions are considered safe. The greater concern is lightning, severe thunderstorms, damaging winds, and rapidly changing weather conditions. Those are the factors that can force organizers and stadium officials to temporarily change outdoor activities or delay portions of an event for safety reasons. For ARMY, that distinction matters enormously. Many fans have traveled long distances to Baltimore. Some have spent months planning their BTS experience. Others have traveled from different states or even different countries. For them, this is not simply another Tuesday night. It is a major moment in the Arirang era, and the anticipation surrounding RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook has been building for months. RM represents the calm leadership at the center of BTS. Jin brings the unmistakable energy that can instantly change the mood of an entire stadium. Suga carries the intensity and precision that have defined so much of BTS's musical identity. J-Hope brings explosive performance energy. Jimin has a stage presence capable of turning a quiet moment into an emotional highlight. V brings his distinctive charisma and atmosphere. And Jungkook remains one of the most closely watched performers of the entire tour, with fans paying attention to every appearance, every movement, and every moment on stage. That is why the weather feels so important. The stadium itself has specific rules that fans need to understand. M&T Bank Stadium does not permit umbrellas inside, and the venue specifically identifies ponchos as the preferred rain gear. That small detail could become extremely important if showers arrive while thousands of fans are approaching the stadium. And this is where one small detail could change everything. A short period of rain may simply become an inconvenience. Fans may put on ponchos, protect their phones, secure their merchandise, and continue toward the gates. But if lightning or severe thunderstorms move into the immediate area, the situation can become very different. Outdoor activities may need to pause while safety procedures are followed. That possibility is especially significant because Monday's weather already demonstrated how quickly conditions can change. Reports from Baltimore described strong storms, heavy downpours, damaging wind concerns, and even tornado and severe thunderstorm warnings in the region. For ARMY watching from home, this may look like a simple weather story. But inside Baltimore, the atmosphere is completely different. Streets around the stadium are already busy. Businesses have seen an increase in activity from BTS fans, and the city has been preparing for enormous crowds surrounding the two-night event. Now imagine thousands of people arriving at nearly the same time while the weather is unstable. That is why timing becomes critical. Fans arriving early could potentially encounter completely different conditions from those attending later. A forecast can change within hours, especially during summer when thunderstorms can develop rapidly. The sky can appear relatively calm, and then a storm can move across the region with very little warning. For BTS, the goal remains simple: deliver the show safely. There is no confirmed announcement here that the concert is cancelled. There is also no reason to automatically assume that rain means the 7 members will not perform. The key issue is whether conditions around the stadium remain safe enough for the event to proceed normally. And that is where ARMY's attention is now focused. The question is not whether Baltimore can handle rain. Baltimore has handled countless rainy concert nights. The real concern is whether severe weather appears at the wrong moment. Because if the weather remains manageable, the story could quickly transform from storm anxiety into one of the most unforgettable BTS nights of the entire Baltimore stop. And if the clouds clear, the stadium lights come alive, the opening music begins, and RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook finally appear in front of the Baltimore crowd, the hours of uncertainty may become nothing more than a dramatic chapter before the concert. But until that moment arrives, ARMY have every reason to watch the weather closely. Because after what happened during the first Baltimore night, everyone now understands one thing: the weather is no longer just background scenery. It has become part of the story. And now, as Baltimore prepares for another enormous BTS night, the focus is shifting from excitement alone to preparation, patience, and safety. ARMY have already experienced how quickly weather can change the atmosphere around M&T Bank Stadium. What began as a highly anticipated BTS event suddenly became a situation where fans had to move indoors and wait while dangerous weather passed through the area. That experience is important because it gives fans a real example of what severe weather precautions can look like during a stadium concert. The most important message is simple: a weather warning does not automatically equal a concert cancellation. It can mean that certain outdoor activities are temporarily interrupted. It can mean fans are asked to move away from exposed areas. It can mean soundcheck or other pre-concert activities are adjusted. It can mean stadium staff need additional time to make sure conditions are safe. For ARMY, that patience could become extremely important. BTS concerts are massive productions involving performers, dancers, musicians, stage crews, lighting systems, video equipment, security personnel, and thousands of fans. A stadium show is not something that can simply be switched on and off like a television program. Weather conditions can affect multiple parts of the operation at the same time. That is why the safety of the audience and everyone working behind the scenes must come first. RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook are at the center of the performance, but an enormous team works behind them to make the night possible. Every stage movement, lighting sequence, camera position, special effect, and musical transition depends on careful coordination. Severe weather adds another layer of complexity to that operation. And yet, this is also where the resilience of BTS ARMY becomes visible. Fans have already traveled through heat, humidity, rain, crowded streets, long security lines, traffic delays, and hours of waiting just to experience a few moments inside the stadium. Baltimore has been transformed by the arrival of BTS, with businesses, roads, hotels, and surrounding areas feeling the impact of the massive crowds. Local authorities have also warned about traffic and road changes connected to the concerts. So the weather is only one part of a much larger event. For fans heading toward M&T Bank Stadium, preparation matters. The stadium's official visitor information confirms that umbrellas are not permitted inside, while ponchos are recommended for rain. The venue also maintains a clear bag policy and strongly encourages guests to plan ahead because of security procedures. Those details may sound ordinary, but on a night when weather conditions are uncertain, they can make a major difference. A fan carrying an umbrella may arrive at the stadium only to discover that it cannot be brought inside. A fan arriving without rain protection could suddenly be caught in a downpour. A fan arriving late because of weather-related traffic could face longer entry lines. And when tens of thousands of people are making similar decisions at the same time, even small delays can become significant. This is why ARMY should think beyond the concert itself. The journey to the stadium is part of the experience. The wait outside is part of the experience. The moment the gates open is part of the experience. And if weather interrupts those moments, fans may need to adjust their expectations without assuming that the entire concert has been cancelled. That distinction is especially important online, where rumors can spread faster than official information. One dramatic video of dark clouds over Baltimore can create panic. One social media post claiming a delay can quickly be repeated thousands of times. A weather alert can be interpreted as a cancellation even when no cancellation has been announced. That is why official stadium and event updates should always take priority over unverified posts. For BTS fans, this night carries emotional significance beyond weather. RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook have spent this tour reconnecting with fans on a massive scale. Every city creates its own memories. Every stadium develops its own atmosphere. And Baltimore is now becoming one of those cities where the story includes not only the performance, but also the unpredictable weather surrounding it. Imagine the moment the storm clouds finally move away. The stadium lights begin to glow. The crowd becomes louder. Purple lights begin appearing across the stands. Thousands of ARMY raise their phones. Then the opening sound fills M&T Bank Stadium. RM appears. Suga takes his position. J-Hope brings the energy. Jimin captures the crowd with his performance. V creates that unmistakable BTS atmosphere. And then Jungkook takes the stage. At that moment, the weather becomes secondary. The hours of uncertainty disappear. The crowd remembers why they came. That is the possibility everyone is hoping for. But until the concert begins, the smartest approach is preparation rather than panic. Watch official weather updates. Follow instructions from stadium personnel. Be prepared for rain. Expect that outdoor activities could be adjusted if severe weather develops. And most importantly, do not confuse a weather warning with a confirmed cancellation unless an official announcement says so. Because right now, Baltimore is facing two powerful forces at the same time, unpredictable summer weather and the unstoppable excitement of BTS ARMY. The storm may create uncertainty. But BTS has created anticipation. And if conditions allow the performance to continue, the result could be one of the most memorable nights of the Arirang World Tour. The clouds may gather over Baltimore. The rain may fall. The thunder may echo across the city. But inside M&T Bank Stadium, thousands of fans will still be waiting for 7 familiar names: RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook. And that is why this Baltimore concert has already become more than another stop on a world tour. It has become a night defined by anticipation, uncertainty, resilience, and the determination of ARMY to experience BTS together. Because sometimes, the biggest concert stories are not created by what happens on stage. Sometimes, they begin before the lights even go down. And in Baltimore, that story has already begun.